It looks like we were all so misguided about shiny hunting that the Pokemon Company took pity on us and has had to bail us out with how you shiny hunt in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, this wouldn't be the first time we've had some weirdness from the data mine. There's a lot of stuff in Pokemon Let's Go that ended up not being inside the games, and looks like chaining is not a part of shiny hunting inside of Pokemon Sword and Shield. So let's get into it. Shiny Pokemon and Gigantamax Pokemon lurk in Pokemon Sword and Shield's wild area, and I talk about like all the benefits and cool Pokemon you can get while searching for Pokemon with hidden abilities, high IVs, or also the Gigantamax factor. Even shiny Pokemon, you can get lots of watts as you defeat brilliant Pokemon in max raid battles, and then you get all kinds of benefits from that. But finding brilliant Pokemon can lead to finding shiny Pokemon. What? Alright, let's go into this one. Sometimes you may see Pokemon that give off a special aura. These wonderful Pokemon are known as brilliant Pokemon, and you'll find they're typically higher level than the average Pokemon in the area. They'll also know an unusual move, such as an egg move, and they'll have the highest possible individual strength for at least 2 or 3 of their stats. And that's weird, because people were saying, like, oh, you only get 2 guaranteed IVs from a Brilliant Aura Pokemon, but then you get 3 commonly, so it's 2 or 3. Just the thing, so you can get 3 from that pretty regularly. You'll earn some watts each time you defeat a Brilliant Pokemon, with higher level Pokemon rewarding more watts. You can quickly find some excellent Pokemon by encountering as many Brilliant Pokemon as you can. As you catch or defeat more and more Pokemon of the same species, you'll gradually become more likely to find brilliant Pokemon and shiny Pokemon of that species in the future. You don't need to find these Pokemon consecutively. Oh! They had to clarify it for us! And you can see how many times you've encountered Pokemon by checking your Pokedex. That was in my initial shiny guide, and I wanted to kind of clarify on that as well, that just running away from battle doesn't count as a times battled, and I don't think the Pokemon Company like clarifies that. Like, you have to feint it, you have to catch it, then that counts as a battle, then that counts as an encounter, and then the number of battles is what determines the shininess, but the rest of it is true. But I didn't know about brilliant Pokemon. I've actually been more interested in knowing how to get more brilliant Pokemon to spawn than how to get more shiny Pokemon. So at least one brilliant Pokemon may appear. So you have to at least have the battle before brilliant Pokemon can appear. Then you get a 1.3 times chance at 20. And then at 50, we get double the chance of shiny Pokemon. At 100, 3x, wait, this is just the same thing. Alright, so let's read on a bit more, and then we can go and fix that information. Once you've encountered a species of Pokemon 100 times, you'll max out the chance of finding brilliant Pokemon of that same species at double the original odds. The odds of finding a shiny Pokemon of that species won't max out until a whopping 500 encounters, where you'll have 6 times the normal odds. And just straight up 6 times all the time. So this is what we had before, when we thought it was about chaining. That at 25 chain, you have a 1 in 3 chance to get 6 extra rolls. But if it's 6 times, then I don't think it's extra rolls. Because then that means it's actually 7 times, because you get 7 out of that number, because that's just how shinies work and weird stuff like that. So this is kind of similar to what we saw with Pokemon Let's Go and the information that ended up not fully coming through, but roughly here are your odds. That when you've when you've battled a Pokemon 500 times, you end up at 1 in 586. And that could also maybe be why people are reporting like these weird high chains, that they're like, oh, I encountered 1,000 Nickit and I didn't even get a shiny Pokemon. Were you running away from all of them? Because you need to battle all of them to then set the odds at that to make sure that you had the times battled in your Pokedex registered properly. And if you have at 500, that means there's a 1 in 586. So it still doesn't make it super common, but you're still racking that up, and then the shiny charm is going to help the entire way. So we'll just kind of see this as like extra rolls, maybe the multiplicative odds. It's kind of weird on the Pokemon Company side, but that's what that is going to look like. It's just a flat chance. You know, the chain has nothing to do with it, which is really good to know, and it simplifies shiny hunting massively. So we've got that going on. Those odds are still pretty long, so if you're crazy about shiny Pokemon, it's a good idea to work towards completing your Pokedex and earning a shiny charm. Hey, they're even like, yeah, just go for that. And it also means it's going to be easy to just kind of keep cycling and getting more and more and more and more shiny Pokemon of that species. So something to kind of keep up. And then this is what's get crazy. Every time you defeat a Pokemon in the wild, there's a much more likely than usual chance to see the Pokemon of the same species for a short time. So you don't even have to chain it to keep that Pokemon going. You just need to keep bouncing from that Pokemon to that Pokemon, and then it becomes more common. This makes Ditto hunting a lot more compelling. And I didn't even notice that while playing the game. Pokemon Company giving us some massive information. If you're a big fan of certain species of Pokemon, might be a good idea to encounter several each time you walk through the wild area to build up your odds. That's why I said in my guide, I'm like, just encounter everything and battle everything now, because that's going to be the best way of just kind of turning around and being like, oh, I want to shiny hunt this Pokemon. Oh, I want to IV Brilliant Aura this Pokemon. Yeah, you turn around, it's like, oh, I already have 20. That gets you a nice little foot in the door. Plus, since you'll be battling the same species of Pokemon repeatedly, there's also a great way to earn base points for your team. Base points are EVs, individual strengths are IVs, and stuff. So yeah, if you're EV training on the side, you might, yeah, just like, instead of doing like some crazy power item EV training or something, just turn EV training into a shiny hunt, brilliant hunt, Watt hunt. I love Pokemon Sword and Shield. Everything just works together. This game definitely respects your time. That's one of the best things about it. Chain fishing, though. What? You can also find brilliant Pokemon by fishing in the wild area. The number of times you've battled any one species won't matter at all for fishing. Huh. Instead, you'll need to defeat many Pokemon consecutively, no matter which species appears. And then we have craziness on the brilliance. So 0 to 2, brilliant Pokemon may appear. 1.3, 3.3, 6.6, and at 25 plus, 16.6 times the likelihood of brilliant Pokemon. Is that like every time? Is this actually the best way of farming Watts in the game and we didn't know about it? Maybe someone tried to chain fish and they might have realized some kind of effect from it, but they might not have realized how insane it was. Because if I'm getting 300 Watts less than a minute, that could get pretty crazy. If you're keeping bites and defeating your catches, you'll start to find more and more brilliant Pokemon. If you fail to reel in a Pokemon, or if you catch a if you fail to reel in a Pokemon, or if you catch a Pokemon, oh man, run away from Pokemon, leave an area, turn off your game, the chain will break. 25 successful hooks will cap out at 16 times the odds for finding brilliant Pokemon. It can be quite the rewarding to build a streak. So I guess Chain Shiny isn't, but Chain Brilliant is for fishing. And you just can't catch it. You just gotta keep fainting it forever. That's some shenanigans. Then max raid battles. Wild areas full of Pokemon dens. Sometimes you'll come across a Pokemon den that is releasing a Pillar of Light. You can walk up to such dens and start a max raid battle with a Dynamax Pokemon. More difficult to raid battle by the vibrant light and the more stars in the description. You'll fight it in a team of 4 trainers in these encounters. In-game trainers will step in if a full team cannot be formed. When you win a max raid battle, you have the chance to catch the Pokemon. These Pokemon will sometimes have hidden abilities or high IVs. Chances will increase with the difficulty of max raid battle, then you get rewards, TRs, berries, EXP candies. Once you acquire more gym badges, you'll see dens emitting strong purple pillars of light. Here we go. Dens emitting this kind of light are more likely to house rare Pokemon. If you're really lucky, you might get a Gigantamax factor in a 5-star max raid battle after you've earned the Dragon Badge late in your adventure. Now, people have been saying you can get Gigantamax from red pillars. It seems like naturally spawning red pillars can just kind of have anything, but the thing is, purple guarantees a rare spawn. But it doesn't have to be purple to be rare, and then if you beat the game, that's a lot better for just getting things. So actually, that might be a thing. I've seen a lot of people on my 6IV Ditto guide saying, hey, I reset like 20 times, I didn't get a purple pillar. Beat the game, and then try again, and then maybe it's going to be more common. So in addition to Pokemon with Gigantamax, some Pokemon will also appear only in max raid battles. We've seen this, like more powerful fully evolved Pokemon, so they're a great way to add quickly powerful Pokemon to your team. If you find a den that isn't active, you can throw a wishing piece in that you purchase or find in the wild area. This will let you trigger a max raid battle. You may even attract a wild Gigantamax Pokemon using a wishing piece. You can also activate a bunch of dens at once by completing max raid battles at all active Pokemon dens in the wild area. When you do, new set of dens open up. So good clarification. Really good information to know a week into the game. You'll never get stuck waiting until next day for more battles. Also confirming you need to wait for the day to roll over. And then this is just kind of like the weather impacting the Pokemon that you can find. Gyms. Having more gym badges impact the items that you receive from other features in the wild area. There are hikers who will give you items for 100 watts. Quality of these items increase once you have 2 gym badges. And then again when you become champion. You'll also need to become champion before certain larger Pokemon appear wandering outside the tall grass, and then you'll receive more watts from dens after you become champion. That's another one. People are like, why am I only getting 30 watts, but you're getting 200? Gotta become champion, then it matters. So yeah, digging duo, rare items, camping with your friends, Rotom Rally, all kinds of crazy stuff. You can find hidden items on repeat visits. Keep an eye out for them. While the items you can see on the ground in Pokeballs only appear once, you can find the hidden items again and again. And I think that's everything, but massive on the shiny hunting inside of Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's an update, and that's something to look into, and then we'll see where it goes. So, guys, enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.